So let me try invite her. I think she's going to be able to come, but without video because she's less than. Hi Lily Rob, I love you right back. Hey Pastor Mrasta, I see you. There she is. Did you see but you will not be able to see her because she's under 1,000. Our guest today is under 1,000. Okay? But she is here and I'm so excited that she's here. Scaftitude. Hey, it's your first time here. You know what? I want to pin you up here and I want to tell you something. I want to tell you something so good. Oh, why can't I pin you? Oh, you guys. Oh, there he is. No, I'm not able to pin. Oh, I'm not able to pin when there's a guest. But Scaftitude, you are so kind. You are very kind. And if I look closely, whenever I see people coming in for the first time, they normally are coming in and coming with insults. They're already insulting. They're like, hey, why can't you put on something? Why? But it is your first time. And Queen Nana, it's your first. There's so people coming here and it's their first time and they're so kind. Which part of the world were you born? You're very kind for the first time. There are people who come for the first time and they're already insulting me without understanding why I'm doing what I'm doing. And they don't know how much impact already this is doing. Let me tell you guys before we let our guest introduce herself. I am going to share, and guys, you have to remind me. Many times I say I'm going to share something and I forget. Miss Cara, Gloria, all my moderators, Sheila, you have to remind me. There are two things that I've not shared that I said I would share. But this one, I'm going to share a screenshot of the messages that I'm receiving. I will not put the names, but just messages that don't direct us to whoever it was that sent it. But guys, a lot is happening. There's a woman that wrote and said, Candid, I have done away with my mastectomy bra and I am now confident walking with no breast. Oh my God. I found myself clapping and laughing and I was alone in the house. So I was looking and sounding crazy. Can you imagine? Like, Diana, I threw away my mastectomy bra. I'm like, did you have to throw it? You should have donated it somewhere. And then another one told me, and she will be coming. She will be joining us soon. Another one said that, Diana, I had eye cancer and I've always wanted to do videos about it, but I'm afraid that people will insult me. So I always wear something. What did she call it? She called it something that she uses to cover. So people don't know there's something wrong with her eyes. But she told me, after seeing you, I think I'm going to do videos creating awareness. I'm giving you a standing ovation. I can't stand in my car. But I want to tell you that when I read your message, I respect you. I respect you. That is the attitude. That is the attitude. You go through those things in your life so that you help another person. Don't sit on it. You can sit on it if you're not in that place yet. It takes a process. Oh, our guest has dropped. I think our network is down. It takes a process to reach a point that you can share. But it takes extra energy and extra guts to share it the way I'm sharing it. But the way I'm sharing it, God wanted me to start sharing it this way because many people are coming out. Many people are coming out. And I'm loving how you are coming out. Nowadays, you don't cook chapati. On my other platform, you need to join my business platform. You need to join my business platform. Because now I'll be having so many platforms. I have my business platform for cooking. Then I have my professional. By the way, I have a platform called Dr. Award. So if you look for Dr. Diana Award, you get that platform. You can be getting a lot of information about study abroad and studying in the US, Canada, or Australia and all that. I am a jack of all trades. I do a lot. Okay. So let me see if our guest, hey, Bibi, thank you. I think she's back. Where is our guest? I thought she'd back. Germany. What's wrong with the network in Germany? What's wrong, Vicky? Vicky, you're back. Please, Vicky, what's wrong with your network in Germany? Germany is a fast world. We need good network in Germany. But I can't see you. I can only, is this what they call ghosting? I can only hear you.
You can you hear me?
Oh my God, you are ghosting me.
Diana.
I almost ran away from my car because I'm hearing you laughing, but I can't see your account coming up here. How do you do this? How do you do the
I can't see
ghosting?
myself. I can't see myself. I don't know what's happening.
Oh my God. This is scary, but we will just continue. We just know that we have a guest talking from Germany, but she's a ghost. We can't see her here.
So funny.
Oh my God, this is so funny. But yeah, guys, she is here, and let's continue, guys. So usually I start off by introducing myself. You guys, all of you, welcome to this show. This is Candid Diana channel. We call it a channel because it's growing into a big channel, thank God. And our program is called The Awakening Show. We hope to have several other programs that are coming up. But my name is Diana Award. You can call me Dr. Diana Award. I'm a doctor of education. I have a bachelor's in education, linguistics and literature. I have a master's in education administration, and I have my doctorate in higher education leadership. And so when I come here, I'm coming to you as a teacher, and teachers have different ways of teaching and imparting knowledge. So this is my way of catching your attention. So if you have a problem with my way of catching your attention, then you are amongst the people that we are here for, because we are trying to destigmatize cancer. There is a lot of stigma around cancer, and especially women losing one of the things that make them feel beautiful in the usual world that puts beauty on the ass and on the breasts. I'm coming here always to tell women, even if you lose your breasts to cancer, you are still beautiful, because the life in you, the life out here is beautiful. Thank you so much. And so I create awareness on this platform, joined by great moderators, joined by great team, you and us, joined by the patients that are coming to talk about their experiences with different types of cancer. So this platform is a platform where we bring you information that you don't get easily. You don't even get from your doctors, because your doctors are very busy. You just cannot go see them for free. You will have to pay some fees to see them, okay? So today I am so honored to be joined by a lady in Canada, not Canada, in Germany. She's actually ghosting me. I've always had people say, somebody is ghosting. So now I understand this is ghosting. So when someone is a ghost, I don't even know how to take her out. She's a ghost, literally. So she's giggling and laughing, and I'm just so happy to be hearing from her. I want her to introduce herself to you and to tell you what cancer. So this is what you're going to do, Vicky. You'll tell them your full name. You'll tell them where you are. Of course, I've already told them. You'll tell them the type of cancer that you had and when you were diagnosed. And then I will move from there. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you so much, dear Diana. I can't really believe it, because the first time I saw you, I said, that's one thing I need to do. And because God has given me another chance. So my name's Helen Wambui. I'm Kenyan. And then married to a German, and I got a German name, Nintiman, where it's difficult to pronounce. So, and a proud mother of twins and a son.
Wow.
Okay, 3 boys. Yes, they turned 18 on the 10th.
Wow.
So I'm still celebrating, and I say God has given me another chance to be with them, and they're gonna be many years. That's what I believe. So, and I am a cook by professional. Yes.
I am a chef. I cook chapati and mandazi and pilau.
We should do a show together very soon.
We're going to plan that. Yes.
We are, really, we will. And I'm coming to visit you. So I continue.
Yes.
And I was owning a restaurant until last 2 months. I had to close it down because of whatever they found in me. I really literally say I don't pronounce what they found. That's their names. They give them names and they let us praise them. So that's one. But I am so grateful that I can share my experience with the people here. It has been a long journey.
So just to cut you short a bit.
Sad one, but I found that was with me.
Yeah, to cut you short a bit, you said you closed your restaurant 3 months ago. Did the diagnosis happen 3 months ago? Vicky, are you there? Where is our ghost? Invite. There she is. Our ghost keeps disappearing. Hey, ghosty.
Oh, God.
Our ghost
Goodness.
disappeared. Yeah, I'd asked you, you said you closed your restaurant 3 months ago. Was that when the diagnosis happened?
No, actually, I kept it because I was hoping to. It's a lot of stories. Maybe we will have a time to talk about it. I was looking for staff so that we can continue. It wasn't an intention of closing it down because I believed in God that He is able. And I said, I'm going to keep it so long as I am healthy. But unfortunately, I tried to get somebody to come work with me from Kenya, and it never worked. So yeah, they never gave him, they never gave that person the visa. So I had to close it down. But lucky enough, I had food truck. You know, the food trucks, the mobile kitchen. I do that.
Yes, I'm actually looking at acquiring a food truck sometime soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I do. And I do catering, giving people, bringing food to people. And I am very good in doing decoration. So if you book food, I do for you. I give you a package of organic decoration.
Nice,
I don't use plastic. I am totally against whatever is spoiling our bodies because that's part of the case that we have with these diseases. So, and I decided covering. So they diagnosed it early January.
Yeah.
And
now I want you to pronounce the name. You know why you should not be afraid of saying the name? Because when you say the name, there's a name that is powerful, the name that is above all other names. You know, there was a time I went to Kenya, and my mom, actually I had my graduation party in Kenya, and then every guest, every speaker that was coming up to speak was saying that thing, that thing, that thing. So they were so afraid of saying the word cancer that when I stood up, I said, you know, the reason why there is a lot of stigma around cancer is that somebody can easily say malaria, but people are afraid of saying cancer because of that fear. There is this great fear around that because they see cancer, they see death. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
But when you take out that fear and you say you are no longer a slave to fear, then you will easily pronounce that name because you will be realizing that there is a name of that person that lives within you that is greater than that name that you're afraid of pronouncing. And when I say that, I said, everybody, can you shout cancer? And the whole was like, cancer, cancer, cancer. Until I told them, if you're around me, you will say that name until you are used to say that name. You know, so just say it because the name of Jesus is more powerful. Don't be scared. You're not hailing it at all, but you're recognizing that it is nothing before you. Yeah.
True. It's called multiple myeloma.
Okay.
The myeloma is myeloma. That's the word. Yes. And it damages the cells. It's a bone marrow damager.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, that's where it affects.
Okay. Okay. So
Yes.
when was it diagnosed?
It was in January. It started like this. I started developing some boils under the armpit on the right hand side. So I got the first one and I went to the doctor.
So
Yes,
boils, you said boils right under the armpit.
yes.
Okay. Well, how big were they? Were they very big or tiny?
No, it started with one.
Oh, just
It
one.
was big. And then the second one, the third one, Diana, the fourth one, the fifth one, and the sixth one until the seventh one.
Under one armpit, or now they were both armpits? One
No,
armpit?
just one. They could cut it, and it was so painful. They would cut it and bandage it, and I had to do that back home, bandaging it. So every time they cut it, it moves to another place. They cut it, it moves to another place until the seventh one. So the doctor suggested we check why they are coming, and that's how they found it. But before that, I kept, like, for 3, 4, 5 years, I've been going to the doctor
Yeah.
because I used to have backache. Well, not really like that backache that I can't do anything. It's like a disturbing muscles paining along the neck, not the back where like you carry the baby, the neck. And it never went. I could never do anything. It was hurting. It was discomfortable. And I kept on putting on a hot water bottle, always, always. So then those are the signs that I had. And I used to have a lot of fatigue.
So you
And that
guys
was,
pay attention. I hope you're paying attention in this show. When these great warriors come here to speak, they're speaking about their journeys with different types of cancers. Okay, some are in treatment, some have conquered, they're moving on, but they're coming here to share their stories just so that you understand. When you come in here, I see people coming in, sorry madam, you're not coming here to tell me sorry. Why are you telling me sorry? Me, I'm just relaxing in my car. I have my water. I'm relaxing. I'm enjoying the cool weather here in Houston, Texas. You know, so I want you to pay attention to the symptoms, signs of the specific cancer someone is talking about. So today we are having a guest in Germany. She's speaking from Germany. TikTok has decided to ghost her, so you won't be able to see her, but you can hear her voice. So she's talking about the symptoms of multiple myeloma. I have tried to pronounce it here. You know, being a Jaluo is hard. Multiple myeloma. So there will be some comments you'll see of people who've had the same type of cancer or interacted with it, and they may talk about different other symptoms because people have different symptoms. But you can see that our guest had multiple boils under her armpit. Okay, so you can go ahead.
so I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
The pain around the neck and I decided now like to go to the doctor, and they checked. They sent me to the laboratory and they had to do a lot of tests. And the one that made them know what it is, I had to, you know, they take something from the back of your spine around the waist,
Oh, okay.
but from behind.
Okay.
So that's what they did, and immediately they had to call me to send me to the hospital.
Yeah.
And of course, the doctor had to break the news, and at the same time break me.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Break the
because
news and break you. Yes.
yes, that's not what I was expecting.
And somebody has
But
just said what they did is called lumbar. Is it lumbar or lumbar puncture? I think there's a doctor here who's told us what it's called.
well,
Yeah.
I don't know what's the name is. Okay, maybe in German language, but it doesn't make sense to tell what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they checked and he called me immediately and he sat me down and he said we have to start with the therapy. So that's how we started it. He explained to me and immediately they took me in.
Yeah.
So I started with a mild chemotherapy, whereby I could go every day in the morning,
Yeah.
and they would give me a drip. They put me on drip until almost a month. So, and the second step, it really affected me because I was throwing.
Oh.
I started having problems with my legs, like the numbness. We feel like your fingers are going away. And I started having heartburn, very bad. And I had a very bad constipation. But of course, they explain to you that those are the side effects. And let me tell you, Diana, one thing. And that's when, well, I am a believer. I love God with all my heart. And even before that, and I believe there's nothing God cannot do.
Amen.
So one day I went to the toilet and I cried. I cried so hard. And I asked God, well, the time when the doctor broke the news first, I take you back a bit.
Yeah.
I said, when he broke the news, I said, but in Jesus' name, I am healed. I said, in Jesus' name, I am healed. And he looked at me, he didn't say anything. So, and I was not really, I was in between the denial and like saying, it's just, yeah. But now when I started the therapy, I started having the true side of it with the fear, a lot of fear and tears alone in the room.
Yeah.
Because I was not supposed to be around my family because of infection.
Yes.
So when I went to the toilet that one day morning, I cried a lot and I asked God because it couldn't come out. And it was such a huge thing. So, and I have to explain it so people be aware of what we go through. I had to press both sides to try to help and at the same time pushing.
Was it a tumor coming out?
No, it's not a tumor. That one, not tumors. With this type of it, you don't get any tumor anywhere. Well, I was having terrible headaches, one side. That's what they diagnosed. One side of my head, on the right side, it was damaged. And why the constipation is coming because of the medication, because of the treatment.
Oh yeah, especially the chemotherapy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and it wasn't nice at all. I cried, Diana, because I couldn't do nothing. You can't call anybody to help you. You can't even do anything. You just seated there. You walk, as you walk, you feel it hanging because it never came out. It's like a stone being inside there. It's not coming out and it's not going back. I tried to take medication. It never helped. But I knelt down and asked God, Jehovah, you gave me that place for that purpose. And you gave us the food we eat. Part of it remain in the body. But what is not needed for our body should go out. Diana, believe you not, it came out from that time. I cried because of joy, but of course the whole part was damaged. It was
Yes.
blood and all that,
Yes,
but it
Vicky.
was okay.
Mm.
So I continued, and I kept on with the therapy, and the doctor said, we have to do the hard one now to kill the cells. Oops. Dear, you're gone. Can you hear me? So,
Yeah, go ahead.
and so yes, that was it. And then I had to, and don't forget, I'm so gracious to God. I'm so happy, and I thank God because I could drive myself
Mm.
to the hospital and come back, drive to the hospital every day. But I had a friend who also did this. They offered to drive me with a boyfriend. So they used
Okay.
to accompany me and come back. But most of the times I did that alone.
Mm.
So now comes the second phase. The doctor explained to me they will take me through another hard chemotherapy, and they did a cell that we have to do a cell transplant,
Mm.
but using my own blood.
Mm.
Yes, actually, I will send you the picture. You see, I'll
Yeah.
send you
Send
how
me
it
picture.
was.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
will. So the time came. That was
Mm-hmm.
in July.
Yeah. And just a minute before you even continue, I know we
Yes.
had a commercial break here. Vicky, are you here? Vicky, can you send me a request? We have our first sponsor in the house from Canada. Vicky, would you
Ah,
send me
great.
a request? Yeah, I'd love for her to talk to us a bit. Vicky, are you here? When you get here, please send me a request so that you can come up. I hope you know you press on the two humans there. Yes, I think that's Vicky. No, that's not Vicky. That's a random person. Vicky, I'm carrying my other phone, so just text me. Text me. Let me know when you're ready to come up, so that you can come and talk to us about what you have in store for us. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead as we wait for Vicky, Helen.
Yes. So I was to go to the hospital and stay for 3 weeks, no, for one day because my blood was reducing. You know, it takes a lot of your blood. Well, the myeloma, they will suck your blood. And my HB was, I think 8, and a normal person has 13.
Hmm.
So they had to give me some blood. And I had to, they gave me some medication that I had to inject myself for a whole week to build the cells, to prepare for the cells harvesting.
Hmm.
So I went again to the hospital, and we booked an appointment, and the doctor said I will stay in hospital for 3 weeks. So
Yeah.
what was to happen? Okay, before that, I had to be in hospital like for 2 days because they had to harvest the cells, the
Yeah.
blood cells.
Yeah.
So it was a very painful journey
Yeah.
because they had to put a pipe on my neck
Yeah.
so that they can remove the cells, they can harvest the cells. So
Yeah.
the first harvesting it failed.
Yeah.
So I had to go for the next harvesting.
Yeah.
It was painful, and they put some medicine in me, and I couldn't feel my whole body. I thought I am dead because from head to toe it was cold, and I could feel a lot of injection, like small needles, piercing me, yeah, everywhere on my body. But I survived, I thank God. It was painful because they had to do it 2 times. So I celebrated the last one, and maybe people would not understand. I with tears of joy. And
Yeah.
even the doctor was so happy about it because he
Yes.
felt it a very nice doctor. He's called Dr. Pitchney, here, Dr. Pitchney.
When
So
when did you start the chemotherapy treatment, and when did it end?
the first one went for 3 months,
Okay. Okay.
and then I had to stop for a while
Yeah.
so that I can prepare to rest, so that I can prepare for the big one, for the blood
Yeah.
harvesting and for the hard chemo plus the transplant.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
yes, I went back to the hospital, and I was locked in a room, and I was alone the whole time for 3 good weeks. For 3 good weeks, I started going crazy. I started dreaming with snakes. I dreamt with everything that you would ever think of. I saw death.
So you are having hallucinations because of the medicines?
Yes, yes, yes. And I could cry the whole time, and I couldn't eat because the diet here is different from what I know. Like I said, I'm a cook, and I do my Kenyan food, and I enjoy every bit of it. And here
Yes.
comes, you go to the hospital, they give you bread, they give you mashed potatoes, they give you fish which tastes like a pepper,
Yeah.
and you're expected to regain your energy.
Oh man.
So but God is so faithful. I stayed there, and I was so happy to have a pastor coming to pray for me or with me. Though not many people came, I was just by myself and my God.
Wow.
So, and after the 3 weeks, the day they told me I'm going home, that was on the 7th of December. Hey,
Was
Diana.
that
Hey,
last year?
not this year, my darling.
No. 7th of December.
Oh, no, of
December is
July.
last year.
Sorry, December, July.
Yeah. This.
July.
Yeah, July.
So,
You said December. You even confused
no,
me.
I'm so sorry. So, it's very fresh, but I'm so glad. I'm so glad. So, the minute they opened the door that I can go out.
Yeah.
No, in between the 3 weeks, I
Yes.
was not allowed to go out. I was closed in a room. So, and at night, that's the only time I could make some steps to try learn how to walk again, because I couldn't walk. My feet were swollen. My whole
Yeah.
body was swollen.
Yeah.
And the day they said I'm being discharged, that was
Yeah.
on the 7th July.
Yeah.
Diana, I entered the car. I went out of the door. Tears flew down. You see, the way you would think, we see it on movies.
Yes.
Someone was in jail and they're being released from jail.
Yeah.
That was my jail.
Yeah.
And I couldn't stop thinking of how precious this life is, but we take it for granted.
Every
We are
day.
walking outside with no pain, with not thinking I'm going to take my medication, without thinking whatever they said. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I walked and I said, God, you have saved me from this one. And I know I'm going to live to be a testimony. And I know
Amen.
it is not the end. So then I had to come back home and, start going, taking the medicine because the immune was still very, very weak.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm still under medication, but it has improved.
Yeah. Do
So
you?
a lot of medicine was
Yeah.
given to me to take home.
Yeah. So what medications are you still under? What are they supposed to do?
Antibiotic to prevent me from getting herpes,
Uh-huh.
to
Uh-huh.
prevent me from getting lung infections.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And the doctor also said I have to like restart my vaccine that I got when I was a child.
So it
Because
went and cleared all those?
exactly.
Huh.
So this is what I'm doing right now. And I'm doing it until next year.
So you have like polio,
Yes.
all those childhood
Yes.
vaccinations have to be repeated.
I make fun and say I'm becoming a new baby. I am a new baby now.
You're a new baby. You're literally newborn. You're a newborn.
Yes,
You're a new
I
life.
am.
You
And I
know, God,
lost all.
God is giving you a new lease at life.
Amen. Yes, yes. And I lost all my hair. The hair. The funny thing is,
You
well,
have
the
hair in
first
the middle.
chemo, the first, the first chemo didn't take away my hair, but the second one swept everything. I went on the mirror and I was washing my hair, like cleaning it, and
Yes.
I saw hair falling down. And I
Yes.
said, I'm going to shave before I see everything falling out. But now I have very nice, fine baby hair.
Yeah, I saw there's a picture, and guys, I'm going to share a picture. God bless you too, Dr. Badru. Hey, I'm following you. Hope you can follow me back. We can have you here sometime to share with us knowledge from your profession. We really look forward to having patients and doctors to join us and use your free time, not your work time. Anytime you're free, maybe 30 minutes, we can have you to share some knowledge with us, because there's some people who literally cannot afford to see you guys, because I know it's taken you guys time to go through education and practice. So we understand. But whenever you have a free time, let me know. You can come in and impart some knowledge in us, especially around cancer. I am a breast cancer thriver. I don't call myself a survivor. And this is my show. I have a lot of guests coming to share their life, their experience with cancer. And many times people say when they hear from an actual cancer patient or an actual cancer survivor, there's a lot. There's a lot that they learn from them, because those people have experienced it. And so the lady who is speaking, she's in Germany, and she had multiple myeloma, and she's already finished treatment. We've already gone through some of the symptoms that she had, like fatigue and a lot of boils under her armpit and headache. So we focus more on the symptoms, because many people like taking pain medicine. You feel that recurrent headache that is not going away, and you're taking pain medicine. Yet you could be harboring something so serious instead of going in to be checked. You feel some back pain, and this is something common even amongst breast cancer survivors. You'll hear them telling you, I used to have a back pain that was so strange and weird that I wasn't even understanding it. And then it comes that it was, cancer. Thanks so much, Skaftid. So you see, when you come into this live, you see a woman, and I normally like when people come in and they're confused. What is this? Is this a man or a woman? Why can't you put on a shirt? It is something, I do intentionally, because this is something that will attract you to the live. It will make you come in here, and you will come here wanting to know what's happening. Are we in the apocalypse? Did God just come in? Is this Angel Gabriel I'm seeing here? But where are Angel Gabriel's wings? Things like that. But when you come in here and you settle down, you realize that, this is a breast cancer thriver. So this is how double mastectomy looks like. So we are having someone speaking who had, these are the different type of cancer, and they're educating us. So we are taking it upon ourselves to educate you, because we don't want you to experience this. You can hear my sister speaking. You can know she's telling you it was a very painful time of her life. I know she would never wish that on her enemy. And so we want you to learn the signs and symptoms and some of the treatments that happen. She is in a first world. She's in Germany. I'm going to allow her to even compare that treatment and look at it maybe in terms of Kenya, what she thinks and how she thinks Kenya would carry out that treatment. Or does she think there are some things that are missing in cancer treatment in Africa or in developing countries that need to emulate some of the treatments in the West, or how she was treated that was courteous compared to other places, you know? So yeah, go ahead, Helen.
Yes. Then where was I? Just lost there.
I also forgot.
Yeah, okay. Then yes, I didn't mention that the harvesting of the cells, they harvested them and they had to put them somewhere to dry them very far away, well, like 2 hours from where I am, to go put them in a laboratory so that they grow before they come and put them in me back. That yeah, exactly. We didn't talk about the cells.
So
They
remove cells from your body. From which part?
No, the neck. Just touch your neck on the sides. No, up. No. Between the neck and the ears.
Oh, here.
That's where the throat is, on the sides. The sides. Like where the earrings will hang.
Oh, here.
Yes, that's where they put a pipe.
Uh-huh.
It was very painful. Very, very, very painful.
Yeah.
And they don't harvest blood, they harvest cells. Something yellowish, not blood, but something very yellowish and very little. And that's what they take to the lab.
There's something yellowish inside us. I know there are doctors here who know, but I'm a layperson. What? These bodies are so unique.
It looked funny. I thought they are going to take some blood. I would see blood, but those are the cells.
Someone said it's called carotid.
I don't know what it is. Yes.
There are learned people here. These people, and her name is Award. Yay! You know, okay. Go ahead.
So, yeah, they harvested that, and I think they needed 4 million from me. And it's just, you see, like a pint of blood. It's half of it they need, not more. But if it is not if your cells are not producing up to 4 million, then they cannot do anything on you. They can't do the transplant. So that is why I had to go for the second one.
Oh, the second strong chemo.
No, the cells harvesting.
Oh, so they harvested twice.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can imagine them putting the pipe again on my neck. And that is where I was telling you, because of magnesium, lack of magnesium, there's something they were injecting me that made me feel like my body is dead. It was cold, the whole body, and I started even shivering. So those cells, at the time I was locked in the room, the 3 weeks, that's when they put the cells back on me. That's the cell transplant.
Wow.
And it doesn't take long. It takes it's a pint. The way they will put blood on you, that's how they do it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take long, Diana. But the procedure, the process, it's tough. But before that, they had to do the very, very hard chemotherapy.
Yeah.
That made me have sores all over my mouth. I couldn't talk. I couldn't swallow. Yeah.
Did you lose taste of food?
No, I actually didn't lose the taste.
Okay.
But the water.
Oh.
Only the water. The food, yes, but the water, it was terrible. And that's what you're supposed to drink, a lot of it.
So did it like taste bitter?
Very funny. I mean, a taste that I cannot explain.
Okay.
And then I
So,
was under a lot of, they gave me a lot of drips that made me twice of my size. Yes, but that was okay because I wasn't really feeding well.
okay.
And yeah, then I came out and the medication, the doctor wrote a lot of prescriptions I have to take, but I've stopped now. I'm taking only two tablets, the one for herpes and
Yeah.
the other one for preventing the lung whatever
Oh,
infections.
wow. So, quick
So that,
question. Quick
yes.
question. So the
Mhm.
reason why they were doing the very hard chemos was to try to kill the
Yes.
cancer, so that
Yes.
they bring in the good cells to multiply in there to replace.
Yes. Well, yeah, with the transplant now.
Okay. Do you and is this what's called stem cell?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Mhm.
Does this happen in Kenya also? Have you heard of
I
this
think
kind of
no.
treatment?
I think no. I don't think they have that system already. It's so unfortunate. I mean, I would be so happy if people start thinking about our country and really help people because many people are dying and people will go, they will have the wrong diagnosis and they get the wrong medication and all that. And the other thing, before I forget, Diana, I have
Yeah.
been reading about this myeloma.
Yeah.
It's a disease. Well, I'm not yet 60. It's a
Yeah.
disease of the 60 from 60 to 70s, but in the Western countries.
Yeah.
But it's mostly found in the African people.
Oh.
That's what I read. And the other thing is, if one member, from the home, from the parents,
Yeah.
if one of them had it, it can be transferred to the family, and that shocked me.
Oh, yeah, I've seen
Yes,
a doctor. I've seen Dr. Leah. I think she's in Kenya. She said our system is not yet there yet. And you
it
see
is
now
not.
this is the reason why, many times when people ask me, Diana, why do you think there's a lot of death associated with cancer, especially Africa, Kenya? And I say, normally I think of the all-rounded treatment. Number one, of course, now, the other day we were covering, lack of equipment, lack of good
Mhm.
sensitization, because many times you'll just see people wearing T-shirts and pink ribbons or purple or blue, and they'll just be marching, carrying placards. Cancer is real. Cancer is
It is
real.
real.
Cancer
It
is
is
real.
real.
We know it
It
is
is.
real. Can we
Mhm.
go to the next step in awareness? We know it is real.
Mhm. Mhm.
What next?
Mhm. Mhm.
Because awareness needs to, these are places where you can go for checkup. These are places that can give you, money for treatment. These are, that is now creating good sensitization. But if you tell them it's real, but they don't know where to go to, they don't know how to check themselves, they don't know how to study signs that could be indicating something else, then sensitization is not correct. But then something else that you mentioned, you talked about the multiple myeloma being associated with over 60, right? But were
Oh.
you here was it early this week or last week, when we had one of my moderators, this young lady, she's only 27 right now, she's 28,
Mhm.
but she was 26 when she was diagnosed
Yeah.
with colorectal cancer.
Yeah.
26. And that is a cancer associated, number one, mostly with men, and then over 50. But this young lady was
Okay. Mhm.
26.
Mhm.
So you can imagine,
Yeah.
cancer is no longer an old person's disease.
No,
Cancer is no longer an old person's disease.
not
So
at all.
awareness has to be created, and people, you have to take things in your hands. Look for insurance in your country. Is there government insurance? How much can it cover? Can you start putting in some money for it? Because there's a mentality that people have, cancer is not in our family. No one has ever had cancer in our family. That is the worst mentality that you can ever have. I learned it the hard way. Because genetic cancer constitutes less than 5% of cancers. Over 90% of cancer is environmental. A lot of our foods nowadays. There's childhood cancer. A lot of kids with cancer. Exactly. It doesn't choose age. As long as we are living in this world of so many factories, the air that you breathe, you don't know what you're breathing. You don't know what you're breathing. The food that you eat in a restaurant, if you're traveling, you don't know what you're eating.
Yes.
You don't know what oil they've used to cook, how many times they used that oil to cook, how many times they heated that oil. You know,
Yeah.
so let's just be cognizant about these facts and go out and check yourself as your doctors advise you, because you don't want it to come and shock you, and then now you start, your head is like headless chicken. You're like, but there was no cancer in our family. Go for screening regularly as advised. Because if you are in some of our countries, like my native country, Kenya, you know, and if you live in the rural areas, where if you go in and you are at stage 3 cancer, by the time treatment starts, you're already at stage 4. Because the systemic delays in the medical system. You know, so you really want to catch it early, so that even if they're delaying and you caught it at stage 0 or stage 1, hopefully treatment still starts at an early stage of 2. You know? So, go ahead. Now tell me, you know, after treatment, how is your body? It's been July, August, September, October, November. We're getting into December, about 4 months, 4.5. How is your body getting out of it? How would you describe life after cancer? Did you receive therapy? Were you given some kind of therapy when you were told you have cancer? Was there a counselor for you? Have you seen a counselor after?
Unfortunately not, but I've been in prayer. I mean, I've been getting people to pray with me, to talk with me, and that has really helped me. And this is an experience I also have with other things. I mean, of course, not everybody is like that. I would advise people to go for therapy, because sometimes you sit down, Diana, and you feel so lost. And you start, I mean, we are human beings. Much as we are Christian, you start asking God, did you go all over the world and pointed on me?
Yeah.
What mistake did I do?
Yeah.
But you have to gather yourself, and especially if you believe in God, and because He took me out of that place where I thought I don't want to live anymore. When the pain was too much, when I was alone in that room, but He was there with me. I said, God, help me, give me the energy, the strength, to know the purpose of my life. You've put me back again to serve you in a different way. And that has been helping me, really. And I believe we are given another chance for a purpose.
Yeah. Amen. Amen.
We are given another chance to do what we never did before, to see what we never saw before, because I'm seeing life in a different way now.
That's it.
When I walk along the road and I see people being arrogant or doing something funny, I say, oh God, wake up, people, wake up. Tell God, thank you that you're living. Don't complain, because we have a society that is complaining because of every little thing. Every little thing there is complaint. We should start learning to appreciate God. I got problems now with my feet and my hands because the side effects of the chemotherapy, the hard one.
Yeah.
You feel, the way you would have sand all the way, like on your feet, on your toes. That's what I have right now. That's what I'm battling. I keep on the heartburn. They keep on coming back. Heartburn. It comes back, it comes back. And then sometimes you're even so scared, Diana. You have a slight pain somewhere. Your mind goes back to that because you don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
So then I go back, I sit and think, oh, my mom, I lost my mother through cervical cancer. So I lost my father through the organs failed. And when I read about what they say, these things are inherited, I said, God forbid, I don't want to live. That's why I came up with this of not saying what they said I have, because if I keep on thinking about them, then I'm going to lose the focus because my God tells me not to fear. Fear not.
Yeah. Exactly. Because you see, not
Fear
saying
not.
the name doesn't mean that you're not thinking of it.
Mm-mm.
That's also
Mm-mm.
something you need to overcome. You see,
Yes.
because it may be in your mind, but you're not just saying it, but it's in your mind.
Mm.
But the moment you get used to it, you're like, this is nothing. Then you'll realize
Yes.
that that's how it even goes back. And nowadays, I was like that. I was actually one person that I did not even want to be in a community or in a place that had other cancer patients or people talking about cancer because I was afraid. I was afraid
Mm-hmm.
of getting friends or getting acquainted with people who had cancer. Because,
Mm-hmm.
and my siblings can attest to that, I was like, I don't want, because maybe today I'll meet someone and tomorrow they are no more.
Mm-hmm.
And so if tomorrow they are no more, then I will start counting down to the time when I will also be no more. So I
Yeah.
was just
Yeah.
living a life of fear.
Mm-hmm.
I was afraid. Every time I even cough, I'm like, oh, it's hitting the lungs now. I'm coughing.
Mm-hmm.
So that is when you realize that fear has captivated you,
Yes.
and it takes on God to help you overcome fear. So when
Mm.
I overcame fear, actually, the thing that helped me overcome fear is when I realized that that cancer came, and God, yes, somebody asked me, oh, so does that God of yours allow for cancer to come? And I told him, yes,
Mm.
he allowed.
Yeah.
Just like he
Yes.
allowed the testing that went to Job. And
Mm.
somebody came here and I saw what he wrote. My moderators just muted them. They said, so is that God is the one that healed you, not doctors? Look, it is God that
Oh
gives the
my
knowledge
goodness.
and the
It
wisdom
is
behind
God.
science.
Yes. Yes.
And I keep
Yes.
telling people, as long as you bump onto my platform, I will never be embarrassed to talk about my God. I will
Mm.
never be embarrassed to exalt the name of my God. I will
Mm-hmm.
never give any glory to anybody, whether
No.
it is a doctor. Their glory comes after the glory of God, because everything that happens for the glory of the name of the Lord. Because
Amen.
say the truth, if it is not God, you could not be sitting in this forum right now.
No. No.
We could not be sitting on this forum right now.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Because God enabled for it to happen. For him to use the stubbornness that he gave me, because yes, God made me so stubborn. The way he
Mm.
made Pharaoh stubborn to refuse the Israelites not to leave, God has given me some stubbornness that I sit here with a hard head and remove my shirt and sit. Which other stubborn people except the lady in the UK that joins me in this stubbornness?
You're great.
Hey Vicky, are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes, I am, but I don't know how. Let me join your live and see.
Yeah, you join and then you press the two people. There's a red and a blue. So you click on it and then you will come up.
Okay, I don't have 1,000 followers, so I don't know if it will still work.
Yeah, your voice. We will hear your voice.
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay, all right. So our first commercial break, we have a sponsor to our show. I told you, if you want to advertise something, if you want to partner with us in creating awareness, you are welcome, because you will be helping me to reach out to so many people. Yeah, so I was saying
Mm-hmm.
that it is God that causes this, because the moment I was told you had cancer. I rebelled. I hated God. I felt betrayed. And I keep saying, I felt like, God, why did you let this happen? Why? But one fact about it is, I was shocked, but God was not shocked. You can't tell me that the doctor telling Diana, you have breast cancer. That God said, what? Angel Michael, what did we just hear? Can you imagine? That lady, the lady we created with those tiny, tiny legs, she has breast cancer. Guy. And then Jesus said, Guy, God forbid. Guys, God wasn't shocked. It wasn't a coincidence. It was already in my path. It was meant to happen. And it was meant to happen because God knows my heart. God knew I would come. I would come to his people and I would create awareness. God knew that the big mouth he gave me that never stops talking will be coming and we'll be talking about it. Even when people tell me, oh, you already went through treatment, it's enough. Shut up. Many people told me to shut up a long time and I said, you expect me to shut up? Me.
We have to
How can I
glorify
shut up?
him.
It's an abomination for me to shut up. So I will come here and I will create awareness my way that glorifies the name of God. So God comes first. He gives the doctors knowledge and he chooses the smartest to be doctors. How is it that me, I'm not a doctor? Because I can go to cut somebody's heart and I end up cutting their lungs also. Is the lung next to the heart? I don't know.
So
But
Diana, you are one of the 10. You are one of the 10 who came back to say thank you.
Yes. Did you hear that word that day? When God heals you, you need to come back. Vicky, I'm sending you an invite right now. Accept it. I've seen you here. The lepers that were healed, only one of them went back. And you and I, Helen, you and I went back to Christ to say, thank you, God.
And we are not stopping to do it. I'm not stopping to do it. We are not stopping to do it because
so
there are
I'm
so
going
many
to ask you, Helen, hold on just a bit. Hold on just a bit. 1 minute. Guys, it is my pleasure today to announce to you that we have our first commercial, our first partner of this show, our first sponsor of this show. And I told you that I only accept commercials that are related to what we are doing here, that are related to health, that are related to cancer, and that are related to life after cancer. And so allow me to introduce, and I told this great lady that, you know what, I'm not going to speak on behalf of you. I'm going to have you come for the first time and talk to us. And after she talks, I'm going to tell you why what she's going to talk about is very meaningful to your life after cancer or your life before. So welcome, Vicky, all the way from Canada. Vicky, you're welcome, my sister. Talk to us. Hey, Vicky, would you move a bit? Your network is kind of low. Your network is breaking a bit. Yeah. Yeah, because I see you have only 2 red bars, so the network is enough. A few people are saying they can't hear you, but I can hear you well. It's only just a little glitch. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Oh, Sheila says there's completely no sound. Personally, I can hear you. Guys, in the comments, can you tell us now if you can hear her? There's a sound. Okay, we have sound. Okay, they are now saying they can. Oh, they say I'm the only one who can hear you. But someone said nope, nope. Okay, you guys, what we are going to do is Vicky is going to speak, and then because she has about 10 minutes to go back to work, but I'm going to tell you what Vicky is about. How about that? Because some people can hear her and some cannot hear her. So I'm going to let her speak, and then I will tell you, before I close this live, I will tell you what Vicky told you, and I will explain to you, and I'm going to create a folder for everything about Vicky, and you're going to get that. Okay? Yeah. All right. Go ahead, Vicky. Okay. So guys, Vicky serves actually the whole, all continents. She has a machine that you can use to turn your water into alkaline, you know. And for me to have accepted Vicky to come here to talk, it had to relate to cancer, because if you have had cancer, you understand. And if, even if before, if you're someone who is very attentive to having a healthy lifestyle, you understand the greatness about keeping your body alkaline, you know, and not acidic, because cancer thrives a lot in acidic environments. All right. So what Vicky is doing, she, instead of buying bottles of alkaline water all the time, which is expensive, sometimes I get broke, I don't even buy them, or I alkalize my own water. She has an equipment, a machine that she uses for that. Okay, so that is what Vicky does. So I'm going to create a folder with information that she will get to me and how to reach her. And right now I'm trying to learn how to put her contact there, and I'm going to put her contact also up here. If I'm not able to do that, I'm going to have a flyer. Vicky, you're going to share with me a flyer that I will post, and I will also fill up all information on your folder. But I want to, you know, out of this great, you being our first partner and sponsor of this show, I will be talking about this throughout, and whenever you have time, I will be inviting you up to come and talk more about the equipment that you sell. So thank you so much for supporting this show. Thank you for helping us to continue to spread information about cancer, and to talk about it until everybody in villages will be knowing how to check themselves and how to take care of themselves. So thank you again. Yeah. So I'll, yes, 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 yeah, yeah, yes, yeah, 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 yes, yeah, yeah, great. All right. So you guys heard from Vicky, and Vicky, when you come down, I'm going to remain alone on the screen so that when you post that number, I'm going to pin it to the top, so that it stays at the top for some time. Then, yeah, then they can take it. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. I'm going to invite you also before the end of the week, so that you can, maybe over the weekend when you're home, when the internet is stable, because I see it's a bit weak, then I can bring you up again to say more again. All right. All right. Welcome. Okay, guys, you've heard about that. Vicky, put your number, then we can pin it at the top. Guys, that was Vicky all the way from Canada. She has a machine that cleans up your water and gets you drinking alkaline water. I need you to take time to do your research. I told you very well. Trust me, I am candid, Diana, because I keep it candid. I keep it real. I will not, and I've told you, I've rejected a lot of requests to be a brand ambassador for companies and things that are not in line with what my show is about. So I only accept something that I've scrutinized and that I see that it is in line with the information that I give. So I have not gotten to the topic where I talk about alkaline versus acidity in our body. But it's great that she reached out to me, and after scrutinizing, I said, okay, I will let you come on because this is related to my message that I give. So if you're interested in having that, it's available. You know, she told me she serves Africa, she serves the US, she serves Canada, she serves a lot of places. I've not seen she's put her number yet, so I'll wait and then I'll pin it at the top. So we are having our guest who is finalizing. We normally try to keep this show within 2 hours. She's in Germany, and I'd asked her about life after treatment. She's not had therapy yet, but she again reminded us therapy is not bad. I saw a psychiatrist. I still see my psychiatrist. I still see my therapist. Whenever I feel really, really low, these are people that I know I will talk to them and they will not be judgmental over me. They will not go to tell some of my friends, you know, Diana is putting some pots in the fridge. She's growing. She's becoming crazy. She's running crazy. They will not say that about me because it's their work to listen to me. So I just come and talk and talk and talk and talk until time is up, and then I leave. Because that talking itself is healing. You are bringing these things out. You know, exactly. Yeah. So tell us about other things that you have done to keep your mind busy, not to focus. Of course, we have prayer, just staying around God and speaking with God, seeking his face all the time for him to tell you and align your wishes with his will, because that is important. But how did your husband take this, and how did your sons take this? Did your sons receive any kind of help, you know?
Not yet. We are in the process right now because we didn't talk much about it because they were so much reserved about it.
Okay.
And I see the necessity of taking them through maybe because I see them not really have digested the whole thing. And that's also worrying me at the moment. So, but yeah, because at times I could sit down and start crying, and those poor people could not understand why. But they are boys and they try to be strong. It's not a long time ago. And you would see they're still having a lot that they haven't managed to digest. Much as they're seeing improvement, I've been going to the doctor and I've been updating them what the doctor said. And I remember when I started the therapy, I told them I have a God who said that I will be healed. So, and of course, they're seeing progress every day. Well, it's not easy to have everything cleared out of them. They are also human beings, and of course, things like you see, there's so much on the internet. They will go and read. They will read about for example, it's written how long does a patient live with this type of disease. Yeah. So it's very good to go for therapy, but I said unfortunately I didn't go for it. I think I was messed up in the head. Maybe probably I have to go and do it later, or I don't know. I'm still thinking about it as well, but I would advise people to do that. And the other thing is, you see, we are in Germany. And of course, somebody will not understand you. That's the other thing. If you're not really understood, especially as a foreigner, I'm talking
Yeah.
on a face of a foreigner because I've been here for so long and I know what goes on. And sometimes if you see, I'm not born German. I came here and learned the language. So
Yeah.
somebody will not even have the patience to describe to you or to be in that really like the connection with you and feel what you're feeling.
Yeah.
It takes God hand to give you the person who will understand you. So I think that's also the thing that made me not really even get so much interested in going to see a therapist. It kept me away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's important. And especially, I always tell people who are home, they are so blessed to have people who will understand them. You can go to a therapist who will be speaking your own language or Kiswahili, and it reaches home. Probably you tell somebody, I'm feeling this, and they will understand you feeling that. So that's also very, very important, and especially for us having to deal with issues that are not common, and bearing in mind that you are an immigrant, and there's so much going around. Then really, it doesn't make it easy for. Okay, especially for me now. I'm talking as Helen.
Yeah, yeah. And I really understand the part where you talk about language barrier in therapy. Because especially, English is different because, for instance, growing up, we spoke English, in primary school and all that. So it's easy to, sometimes communicate. But sometimes it's still difficult because myself, being in the US, sometimes I'll speak to American people who know the American English, and I'll speak my own English that a mixture of a bit of British and our English Luo and all those things, and they will not understand me. So sometimes you may say something and then they take it as another thing, and so that becomes difficult in therapy. And I understand your point about at least getting therapy from someone who converses and understands language the way you do, because that way whenever you express, they get to deeply understand exactly what you mean, and that's why it's very important for cancer treatment, especially in different countries, to come as a package that includes therapy, includes nutritional advice, includes therapy before and after, because it's there's a major difference between an oncology doctor or a doctor that comes and tells you, hey, I just got this paper, your results are back, madam, your results are back, and looks like this is cancer. You have cancer. Do you have cancer in your family? Can you imagine? Someone just breaks the message to you like that. Compare to someone who will come and tell you, hey, are you able to come to my office tomorrow? And you're like, why? Is it something you can tell me on phone? Oh, no, you just come on. And then you go to the office, and maybe if they don't have experience in counseling, but many doctors do because they see patients a lot and they've learned how to do the counseling, even if they're not counselors. But they may bring a therapist or a counselor that will come in and talk to you first. They will talk to you first.
No, they didn't do that.
Oh, Granite has biopsy tomorrow. What can you advise? Oh, gosh. Granny, I don't know what advice I can give you, because if I tell you that be strong, I'll be lying to you. I was not strong. I developed a bout of diarrhea. I was diarrheaing. But there's one thing that helped me. I took my girls out. We went to a place to see some animals. The animals they were seeing here were just cows and goats that we see back home. But my kids who are born in the US, they think cows and goats are something very serious to see. So I took them out there and was enjoying how they were reacting to a goat. So that helped to take my mind off. So if you could do something, if you love watching movies, or, you go to the cinema, something that can keep your mind off, and then you make sure you go to bed early and get enough rest. I think that would do, because this is biopsy. you're going to biopsy, you know. It is not you waiting for the results of the biopsy. So I would advise, just find things that can distract you, things that can take your attention. You know, I normally have some stress. I also have some stress. I don't know if there's one here, but I like playing with some shapes sometimes. If my mind, you know, I concentrate on that. What do you call them? I spoil it and I make it. Those ones also help me a lot. I work on my mind. I realized my mind, if I don't work on it, it becomes my greatest enemy. So I have learned to keep my mind busy. I used to be someone that when I go to bed, I take a long time to sleep. I take a long time to sleep. But nowadays, because I keep my mind busy during the day, the moment I lie down like this, it is morning. And let me tell you, if someone is recording, please do not go and spoil my name in gutter press. There are some days that I've slept without taking a shower. Do you know why, Helen? Because I have been busy. I've been doing my Uber. I've been cooking. I've been running around my kids, and then I do a mistake of sitting on my bed. I tell my girls. I tell them, hey, you guys have taken a shower. Sit down and take your dinner, because my oldest is 9 and she knows how to put the other kids to bed, you know, because their dad is away. So I tell them, hey, girls, let mama go take a little rest. I'm just going to lie down there. And once you're done, we will pray and then you go and sleep. The next thing I know, I went to just sit down at around 7 and I'm waiting to pray with them at 8. Then I find myself awake at 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. There are lights all over the house. And I'm like, what happened? What happened? I told these kids to take dinner and then we were going to pray. But then the older one came and she checked and she found mama sleeping. And because she knows mama does not rest, she took the little girls and told the little girls, we are not waking mama up. Let us go and pray and sleep. And she goes and puts them to bed. And I will wake up and find myself in the clothes that I was wearing the previous day. And I'm like, oh my God, I have to run to the shower and start my work. So that is how I keep this mind busy, so that it will not give me time to sit in my bed to think. Because I have already seen the disadvantages of me being idle, and my mind should not be idle. An idle mind